Hi everyone, so today we're going to learn the French knot, and this is a really easy way to add texture to your work. So I'll show you how we'll do that. I just want to talk a little bit about colours. If you've ordered one of my kits, they will come with these 4 colours here. I haven't used this colour around the outside of my work, and that's just because I didn't think this colour would show up perhaps as well on camera. But if you bought one of the kits, to save you running out, I would advise using this colour as well in the outside, because you don't want to run out of all your other colours when you come to do your flowers in the middle. So I just wanted to say that before I forget. So with the French knot, we're going to do similar thing that we did with the back stitch, and we're going to experiment with different strands of cotton, different amounts of strands of cotton, to see how it affects the size of the French knots. So for these first 3 here, you're going to use 6 strands of cotton. So I've just got a short length here, obviously we're only doing a few stitches, so just sort of 15 to 20 centimetres is fine for this one. So you're going to come up through the back of the fabric on each of these sort of dots here. So come up on the first one in the centre of the little dot and pull all the way through. In the centre there for you. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your needle and you're going to wrap the cotton around your needle once like that, and then you're going to angle your needle back downwards and you're going to go back down almost in the same place that you came up, just sort of next to it, and you're going to angle your needle downwards like that. Use this hand here, just out of shot, keep hold of this thread here just so that it keeps the knot tied around your needle. So keep hold of that. A bit tricky for me to do on camera. And then you're going to pull your needle through. I say keep hold of that thread here and then just let go when it gets to the last sort of second and you've just got a little bit of thread left. That's when you can let go. Try and get it to focus, and that will form your French knot. So we're going to do that again. Come up on the next little dot there. And this time you're going to wrap around twice. Oh, some of my cotton has come through from the other side. So this time we're going to wrap the cotton around the needle twice. So take your needle and your cotton, you're going to wrap around the needle once and twice. And then angle the needle back downwards, right next to where you came up. As I say, keep hold of this cotton here. And then pull your needle through. Keep hold of that cotton until the last second, let go, and that will form your French knot. So we're going to do the same thing for the next sort of little dot on our pattern. So you're going to come up in the centre of that little dot and pull through, and this time we're going to wrap around 3 times. So get your needle, wrap around once, twice, 3 times. Angle it back downwards, hold on to your cotton, pull your needle through, and then let go to form your French knot. And as you'll see, obviously the amount of times you wrap around the needle will affect the size of the French knot, so they'll get bigger as you go along. And then we're going to do exactly the same thing for the next 2 rows down. So you're going to use 4 strands and 2 strands, and you're going to do exactly the same thing. Wrap round once, twice and 3 times with 4 strands, once, twice and 3 times with 1 strand, and obviously we'll be able to see a big difference in the size of the French knot. So I've got my 4 strands and I'm just going to do these next ones down here. So you're going to wrap round once, and pull through. Little tiny French knot there. Do the same thing, wrapping round twice. So we're going to do the same thing, wrapping around 3 times here, and obviously the more times you wrap round, the sort of messier your French knot will be, and that's completely normal. It just depends sort of what texture you want to add to your piece. So you can use this for sort of stitching clouds, you can use it for stitching like tiny leaves on trees, so it just kind of depends how neat you want your French knot to be. And they can be a little bit frustrating. Sometimes each French knot can look completely different to the next. So now I've got my 2 strands, and we're just going to do the same thing at the bottom here. Now usually with French knots you're using them to sort of add texture to your project, so I would have thought that usually you're using more strands than 2, but still it's good to practice, it's good to see the difference in size and sort of shape. So teeny tiny French knot there, that's one wrap around the needle using 2 strands. I'm going to wrap around twice. And finally wrap around 3 times. And there you go, that's how they're all looking at the moment. And then we're just going to practice doing sort of a cluster of French knots here. So for this one I'm going to use 6 strands, because as I say, usually with French knots you want to sort of add a bit of texture, want them to be a bit chunkier. So get a slightly longer length of cotton using 6 strands, any colour you like, and then you're going to fill in this sort of shape here. So I'm starting in the centre here using 6 strands of cotton, and I think I'm just going to wrap round once for these ones. You could do more if you wanted to. And with this part, it doesn't matter if you don't stick to the pattern exactly. Obviously your French knots, they can kind of do their own thing sometimes and sort of not form completely as expected. So just see how the pattern is filling out, and then just put French knots sort of wherever you need to. And this is a great way of stitching sort of the centre of flowers, as I say, clouds, anything you kind of want to add texture to. And there you go, that's my last French knot done. And there you go, that's the French knot.